Oh, hey there, people. It's pretty late Monday evening. Just got home. Dad actually came over while I was at work and found a problem with the furnace. Apparently the filter was plugged, which doesn't make much sense. What do you call it? The ignition sensor or igniter sensor? Or how'd that come from? Anyway, the sensor was just dead. And the one that turns on the fire or the gas or whatever, the burner. So he cleaned that up, got that to fire, and then he engaged, oh, I farted. He took out the filter and everything's working fine. I gotta go tomorrow to pick up a new filter. Right now it's running filters. That's probably not safe. But look what I did for Scampers. She's really bored. This kitty is beyond bored. She has no toys to play with because Oreo takes them all. So to give her something to do that he won't give a shit about is I took this string and it's actually attached up here with a staple. I'm hoping it holds. It's been doing so good so far. And she has been... Jesus, Oreo, take it easy on your toys. She has been freaking crazy beating the shit out of this string. Like, she comes, she sees it. Like, she'll walk by, she'll go, oh yeah, you're there. Then she fights with it, eh? And it makes her so happy and gives her so much to do. Who would have thought a piece of rope nailed to the middle of a doorway would make this thing happier than a pig and shit. Look at her. She's like she's trying to take the rope down. She's like hanging from it like a tire swing. Oh, I hope that doesn't hurt her claws. Ah, well, those are coming out anyway. But look at her. She's the happiest little porcupine ever. Here she is. Yeah, did you forget? There's a rope there. You gonna get it? There you go. And she just loves kicking the shit out of it. Oh, she missed. And I'm just hoping that this holds on, because I don't know what she'll do if this rope falls on the ground. Like, it's on there. I got her double knotted. Maybe I'll add another knot to it or something. I don't know. But that staple ain't coming out. That fucker's in there. Like, she's one with the wall. But I'm going to tie another knot into it maybe and make it a real hooer to take off. Right, puppy? What are you doing? You eating food? Oh, Jesus. Come on. Pet. I can pet your face. Yeah. But, yeah, she's happy. She has a toy to play with. I was going to, like, attach one of her bell balls to it. But then he would get an interest. And he's already eaten one of those bell balls. I saw fragments of it everywhere. And there's no friggin' way in hell Scamper's got that in her face and cracked it. Oreo totally went to town on it. For sure. I did a really weird knot, and the harder you're pulling this rope, the tighter she gets. So, only thing left to make sure is that staple doesn't come out. But I don't think I have a hammer in here. I might, but I don't think I do. But I might. If I do, I'll just nail that fucking staple right in, and we'll be laughing. But I don't think I have a hammer in this house. All my tools are out in the garage where they belong, you know? Oh, Jesus. Getting some pretty good air. Like a while ago, when I came downstairs, I had this blind open today when I was letting Oreo outside to go potty. And the rope that's over here, you know, I closed the blind and the rope was hanging down here, so she was attacking it. And she was like pulling it on it, and the blinds are going like all cockeyed and shit. And I was like, this is no good. I don't want her learning that. So I found a piece of rope on top of the fridge. Yeah, and there you go. Simple little kitty toy. Even though I come over here and she gets all skittish, like thinking that she's in trouble for attacking it. Meanwhile, I built it for her so she could have some form of entertainment. Because every time she grabs any one of Oreo's toys, well, he gets jelly and takes it. Oh, Jesus. But, yeah, friggin' Scampers. Happier than a pig and shit with her new toy. But yeah, people, like I said, tomorrow we gotta go to, Dad said Canadian Tire. I believe that's where I bought them before. The furnace filters. Now, normally, like, I normally change them in the spring when the winter's over. And I don't run my furnace in the summer, obviously, because it's pretty freaking warm out. You don't need to. So normally I go in the utility closet and I pull the breaker. Shut off the furnace completely, kill it. And then I don't turn it back on until the weather drops down below and holds below 10 degrees Celsius. Then I'll go in the closet and tick, and it goes. Well, I changed the filter 2 weeks after the ex left, and that filter was pretty rough. I put this filter in, and I maybe ran it for a month after that, and then shut off the furnace, and then fired up the furnace again in October, November when the weather started getting cooler, and that was about it. Like, and Dad says the filter's right fucked, so I think he threw it in the garbage. I don't know where it is. Maybe in the garage. I'll have to go check. But yeah, it's dick. So I know what I need to buy. Oh, I got the farts, people. I apologize. apologize. I know what I need to buy. I just got to go out and buy it. He said either Canadian Tire, Home Depot, Home Hardware, Rona, whatever. They'll all have it. Just got to get out there and buy it. And yeah, some bitch, eh? So that's what we're going to probably do in the next couple days is take a rip snot over to the next couple days. By that I mean tomorrow. We're going to go over there and scoop that up and fix the furnace. Which means I got to crawl into that crawl space. I fucking hate doing that, let me tell you.
Oh, hey there, people. I couldn't fall asleep last night, son of a bitch. But it's another day. Just let me knock out. I'm gonna make some coffee. Try and wake this friggin' body up a bit. Brush my hair, maybe. Have a shit. And then we're gonna head off to friggin' Krabby Tire and go see if we can find that air filter. Should be awesome. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't feel like I slept a single nickel last night. Theoretically, it's not a new day because I just shit my pants. But no, theoretically it's not a new day. Because if you think about it, in order for it to be a new day, you had to have started on a previous day, right? I started recording last night after midnight. Therefore, making this not a new day. Making this the same old, same old. So, sorry to throw semantics at you, just pointing out the way she goes. But some bitch pile of monkey nuts, if I don't get coffee into me, fuck it, I'm going back to bed. I just had a hooer of a time falling asleep last night. My body broke out in a full body itch. My feet were fucking drier than the friggin' desert and cracking and all this nonsense. I should have friggin' said fuck it, got up, got my friggin' moisturizing cream out and just friggin' went to town on myself. But no, I decided to tough it out. Try to sleep through the itchy pain. Holy shit. Gotta quit friggin' yawning. Alright, let's get this coffee done and fucking drink it. Holy shit. She didn't tear it off the wall, people. It's still there. I figured she would have had that ripped down and friggin' in her bum by now. Nope. Alrighty, people. Well, I'm gonna go downstairs, pass a brush through my hair, try and look somewhat presentable, and then we gotta go. It's only 3 o'clock, but I'm gonna take a boot scoot over to friggin' Home Depot, and we're then gonna go to work. I'm gonna go over there and get the furnace filter. Dad already sent me the number for a Go-Go Furnace Repairs, which is a company that he dealt with. That's really cheap. The guy works for cash, and if you pay him straight up cash, he gives you a sweet ass deal. So love that kind. I got the car running. I can't find the dog's food scoop. There it is. I'm just gonna feed the dog because he's out of food and he's looking at me all goofy like he's freaking starving. So we better give him some munchies. Cat probably needs munchies too, so we're gonna feed the cat and then we're gonna hit the fucking road and head over to Home Depot and see about getting some fucking furnace filters. Dad says they come in a pack of 3. Now I was thinking about buying a bunch and stockpiling and then changing them out more often. But that won't be the issue. I won't have to buy a whole whack load. I can just buy a couple packs and then have them on hand, and when I need them, use them, and when I don't need them, fucking don't use them, you know? But yeah, and then tonight when I get home from work, we'll jump in that fucking crawl space and slap out the old filter, and well, I won't really slap out the old filter. There's no filter in the furnace right now. But like Dad was saying, because all the filter does is fucking cat wrecked my shoe again. Yeah, I left my shoe on the ground last night, and the cat got at it and fucking wrecked my laces again. But I do need new shoes, so. And Dad was nice enough to cut off a piece of the old filter so I knew the size I needed, 20 by 25 by 1. But all he told me was the filter sits between the air exchanger and the output air to basically, the white balance, to basically prevent dust being blown back through the system and in your face. So he said it's not exactly, you know, gonna hurt anything not to have it, but you should have it so that you're not pumping dust all throughout your house. Well, you know, that happens. The fuck's all this traffic coming from? The road back there shut down. This is dicked, and we got a school bus right behind me here just totally tying up the road. Son of a bitch. But whatevs. He'll frig off soon, and then we can go over to frickin' Humpty Dumpty Land and grab ourselves some bloody furnace filters. Oh man. So let's music. Let's skedaddle and get shit did. Alrighty, we're down here at Home Depot, people. Rick, let's go see if we can find ourselves a filter. You know, it is Home Depot, the depot for homes. We should be able to luck out with this, right? Maybe, probably, hopefully. Alrighty, well, we got the nonsense in the back there. I bought a couple extra things. One thing I bought was a torch. Probably saying, what the hell did you buy a torch for? Bought it for wrapping Canthol. Been using a Bic lighter to heat the Canthol up, and it just doesn't get it hot enough, and doesn't take all the springy out of it. And, you know, you can always have a torch. torch. So this thing here will hit 1400C, so that's pretty awesome, I think. So anyway, now we got to head off to work. It's currently almost 3:30. We're pretty close to work as it is, so it's not going to take long to get there. So we'll hammer down. And the furnace filters, I got 3 of them for friggin' $10. So that's right on. You know, 3 filters for $10. We'll drop in the hole tonight, and well, first we'll trap the cat in the bathroom, because if she gets down into that friggin' hole, done. You know, done. So like, there's places in there where she can go where I definitely can't, because she has the size advantage, and I'd probably lose her forever unless I can shake temptations and she comes flying out of the hole. So I figure what we're gonna do is trap her in the bathroom, or worse, in Oreo's crate, and then get down in the hole, put the new filter in, get that out of the way, and then friggin' call it a day, and then we'll have clean air pumping through the house. I still got to call the furnace dick. Dad said I need to get my furnace maintained, as in some work done to it and stuff. He said it's looking pretty gnarly in there, so I probably should get at it. This is probably the reason why I didn't sleep well last night, because my furnace kept going off. My eye is redder than frig because I keep rubbing it because it's super itchy, but I got to quit doing that because I look like a methadone patient, and other things. So let's get the frig out of here and head off to work. Yeah, buddy. I'm at work. It's 3:35. I still have 25 minutes before I need to punch in the clock. Today's vape of choice is the Vamo V3 with a Heineken iClear 30S at 2 ohms. Well, they say 2 ohms. The actual reading comes back as 2.2 ohms. So I think this coil is slowly working its way into awesomeness, and it's not too bad. This setup has been bloke approved. Crazy British bloke runs this setup all the friggin' time. Loves his iClear 30S's, bought a bunch of them. I like the iClear 30B a little better than this, but all in all, not a bad tank. Not a bad tank, I do say so myself. But let me show you some of the shit I bought, because you're probably wondering, and I don't want to make you wait, even though you'd be waiting an extra 7 seconds. So I bought this vinyl wrap here. It's like a wood grain finish, you see that? And what I want to do is I want to wrap the Vamo, and quite possibly wrap something else, maybe the I Taste the MVP with it, and give it a little bit of a different finish, you know, make it look all wood grain. And it says removable, creative coverings, adhesive covering, all that nonsense onto it. You see that there? Yeah, I don't have much room in the car, so I bought that. So that's kind of neat. That's pretty awesome. I bought, well, the filters, you can see them back there. They're pretty big, kind of hard not to see. But I bought this little butane torch. Oh, got a fart. No, that was a poop. And now I got to poop my pants. But now I got to go home. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, this is the torch I bought for making my wicks. Looks pretty good indeed. I bought the benzene to put into it, or not the benzene, but the butane to put into it. So this here was on sale for 25 bucks. Fucking expensive as shit, but it'll make my coils that much more awesomer as frig. So kind of like that deal. That's gonna be pretty awesome. And then the other thing in the bag is just a bag of snot for the torch. So that'll be pretty awesome. So tonight when we get home, we'll jump in the pit, swap out that filter, and then we'll have clean air in the house. Oh, frig sakes, once again. So let's go inside and get this work shift over with, and then we'll carry on with the awesomer than frig stuff. Yeah, buddy. Also, just wanted to point out the price of gas, because I haven't done this in a while. $1.23 a liter. Diesel's 141 pennies a liter. Almost 142 pennies, frig sakes. Diesel's expensive. What's really going on there? I don't know.
8 hours later.
Oh, frig yeah. Time to go home. It's pretty mild out tonight, -4.
Work shift sucked. It was friggin' boring. I was primed tonight. Not one ticket came off hold. That, my friends, is a rarity. Well, I'm gonna head her home. We're gonna jump in the pit and get shit did. Holy f***, do I gotta pee. Should have went before I jumped in the car. Okay, let's go home. I guess the shit winds are pretty heavy up in this end of town because my freaking garbage can lid was blown out onto the front lawn and I had to dig a path to go get it because the snow out there is about 3 feet deep or so. So right now Oreo's just outside pinching off a Grumpy, just waiting for him to come back in. Then I got to figure out what to do with her. She's getting a lot bigger too. Remember when she used to try and go into her litter box and she would tip over? She would put her front paws on it, kick her back paws up, and then somersault in because she was just too little. Now look at her. She goes in there like no problem. Kid is getting bigger. Freak's sakes, hope the dog does come back. I looked out the door. He's way down there. He's in an area where I really don't want to go fetch him. I keep telling him not to go down that far, but no giving from that dog. Tell you, likes doing shit on his own apparently. Have a good poop. Those are my furnace filters, not for dogs. Get off of that. Jesus. A little fluffy friggin' jelly bean. He looks like a jelly bean, right? I'm not thinking that. Look at her. I closed that door. Yes, but I didn't lock it. I always lock the door because I always end up upstairs and wearing headphones and things, and the last thing I need is someone just to walk in the house and start causing trouble. So now the big battle plan of going in the pit. Alrighty, well there's the fucking filter I'm putting in. Tells you even which way to put it through, so the airflow goes this way. I gotta go down here. I'm currently sitting on the ledge, dangling my feet like a dink. Let's go into the pit. Now that I'm down here, this thing turned off. There's not much room, let me tell you a little something about that. Yeah, not much room indeed, especially when you're 6 feet fucking tall. But we're down here, in case you wanted to see a little more under here. There you go, a bunch of junk. Now, that's where the filter goes. Holy fuck, is she ever filthy in there. That's why Dad said I need to call Buddy Van Duder to come over and clean this shit and do a maintenance run on it and all that nonsense. I gotta grab this filter. Not a lot of room to work, people. Not a lot of room to work. Okay, so airflow, I'm assuming, comes out of here, shoots through here. Is that right? I don't fucking know. There's the duct. So this goes all the way over there to somewhere, and this goes all the way back there to somewhere, and I'm assuming all the pipes and shit hook up there. Yeah. So this is the intake, right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Gross under here. Well, it doesn't really say which way the airflow goes. Sideways, son of a bitch. See, there's not much room under here for a furnace. Like, this furnace is little. Sideways and all that. So if I get another furnace, I'm gonna have to buy a good one. Is that even capped off? Nope. Whatever you are. What are you? Okay, let's get this filter in. I've been dicking around in here long enough. I'm claustrophobic and this sucks balls. Ew, it's poop. Is that gas I smell? I don't know. Frig it. Okay, so filter's in, we're done. Let's get the off code here. Too claustrophobic for this nonsense. There, people. Furnace filter should be installed. Just gotta pull this carpet back over here. Of course, Oreo stands on it. He's such a good helper. I need to put these somewhere where the dog and cat won't get to them. I think I might go out to the garage for that. The garage. Maybe we can see the old filter out there. I think Dad said that's where he put it. So, let me strap on my jacket and let's go out to the garage. Never mind. Don't need to go out to the garage. Take off my jacket because
I don't plan on going back outside tonight. Skittle diddle dow, skittle diddle dow.
So yeah, quite a bunch of comments in today's videos. A lot of people saying like, you're looking at Dodge, you're looking at Ford, you're leaving out the top contenders, Honda and Toyota. And I've done research in the past on Honda and Toyota. What I don't like about them here in this town is they know people are going to buy them, so they won't give you a deal. They won't barter with you or play or dick around with numbers or anything. Even on their used Hondas, that's the problem. So there's the price, you pay the price or you don't get their car. But I looked up a bunch of prices on them and that Civic Coupe for 60 months, I could pick that beast up and it would be an automatic, CVT transmission, and I'm looking at $150 bi-weekly. Not too bad. That's what I was paying right now on the fucking G6, and I paid $145 bi-weekly for a good solid 5 years. So yeah, could be worth it. And they get great gas mileage with the CVT transmission. It has a paddle shifter thingy too, so if you want to be all manual mode, you can. Lots of bells and whistles on the stereo system and amazing fuel mileage. And it's 2-door coupe, not a big deal. I don't mind that. They have the 4-door sedan, but I think I like the 2-door coupe personally. And be great on fuel. But after doing some research online about the G6, I say I'm not the only one having this problem with the fuel economy. It seems all G6s do this over time. Their fuel economy just takes a shit, and that's why GM never says there's a problem with it. I don't know. Now, I do have an OBD2 reader somewhere, probably in my car, and you plug it into a computer and you use a program like TunerCat or OBD Reader or whatever. There's a ton of them on the internet, and you can read your codes, you can read your RPM, your fuel economy, your fuel air mixture, which, you know, that's never accurate unless you have a wideband O2, and I don't know if that car does. The later G6s had a wideband. The earlier ones, I don't know. But if it is a wideband O2 sensor, I can find out where my O2 sensor is if I'm running really rich, or heaven forbid, running really lean. No, running really lean. And I never did it to that car. The only time I ever used the OBD2 reader was on the X's Grand Am when there was a service engine soon light, and it came back and said the O2 sensor was fouled. So I just went to crappy, bought I think it was a Bosch O2 sensor, or I think that's what it was, a Bosch or a Delco, AC Del. I can't remember the brand. It was like 23 bucks. And I had the socket in the garage for it. It's one of those sockets with the slit on the side so the wire can be, you know, you don't have to worry about breaking the wire off. And yeah, totally removed it, put the new one in, hooked it up to the harness, unplugged the battery for 10 minutes, plugged it back in to reset the service codes, and never had an error again. The car started getting better fuel economy. So it works. It tells you your codes and shit. Now the problem is the G6 is not throwing a service engine zoom light. Well, I shouldn't say that. It did for the power steering. Well, I think that was a service engine zoom light. I don't know. That car has two engine lights. It has the orange one that you traditionally see, and then it has the one with the car with the wrench on it. So I don't know why it needs two. Maybe it's a GM thing. I don't know. Or maybe that other light means something else. I really don't know. But tomorrow when I jump in the car and turn it on, I'll take a video and show you with all the idiot lights on, and you'll see the one light doesn't turn on, and I have no idea what the hell that light is, and the only time it turned on was when the power steering failed. But anyway, people, I'm going to call this vlog quits because I got some shit I want to do and other things. So I'm going to call it quits for now. So hopefully you liked today's video. If you did, you know what button to click. Any questions, comments, concerns, stove them down below. And until next time, guys, keep on vlogging.